Do you get to see them often? Your family?
I don't anymore.
You know, you don't have to wait here.
I have what I'm allowed. Ever been to the mountains, Nathan?
Are they there?
Yes.
Are you sure?
You ever wonder how many people know what these stars even look like? Last time I saw them like this, I think I was 4. And I thought if I could just climb a little higher, if I could get to the top of that hill, I could reach one. You know, some of life just sticks, you know? Like it was meant to. Someone put it there to last.
Maybe. Doesn't mean it lasts. Makes you wonder sometimes whether the same person who put it there takes it away. And why?
Doesn't add up?
You don't spend your life counting score. You lose track. And then it's just wasted time.
Life's short, I guess.
Oh, no. It's long. It's real long. When you start losing what you had up here, it doesn't get any shorter. It stays long. It starts to empty from the bottom up. Just a poor design.
You know, you're not back there staring at old pictures on the wall, lost. You're right here, still living it.
How old are you, son?
26.
When I was 29, I had this beautiful wife. It's this perfect little girl. Her name was Hannah. And they loved me. And everything was so easy. But I wasn't good enough. It's a funny thing to hate yourself as someone else. You realize that it's still you. There was this woman. You think it would have stopped at once, but it didn't. So she told me to leave. Told me to be gone. I tried to come back, but she wouldn't have me. It wasn't easy anymore. So I watched. From a distance. Years. Taking pictures. Smiles that weren't for me. Smiles that had forgotten me. Haven't been allowed to forget that, though. That's what I get to keep. My daughter hasn't seen me in 33 years. My wife the same. How do you think that story ends?
She hasn't forgotten you, Jack. As much as you might want to believe it in your romantic little self-pity fantasy, Elise couldn't forget you any more than you could her.
How do you know my wife's name?
Because you told me.
I never told you that.
You told me.
No!
You told me last week, Jack. I used to work in a assisted living home in high school. I had a friend named Alan. Mean old guy. His family was all spread out. Hadn't seen him in years. And not forgotten, just left to wait there. He was a do not resuscitate. I thought about that a lot. He started to slip after a while. He got softer. He wasn't this mean old guy with a hard man's stories. He was an orphan. Sometimes I was his son, sometimes he remembered me for me, but he would always ask me, if I would come back someday. And he'd go get his calendar, he'd circle the date, Christmas Eve. The next month I came back, bored out of my mind. And then I left. Driving home, I remembered. I was hoping he forgot. He had passed away on Christmas morning. Early. They said they hadn't found any of his family to tell him, but that he kept on asking for Nathan, said that he was supposed to have dinner with Nathan. He just gave out. And I know that is my fault.
You're not going to save me either. That's vanity. It's part of it. Nobody knows what comes after. If there's something more, then we're not alone. If it's nothing, then everybody's alone. And it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
Not really.
Hey, Jack, what's wrong?
I need to get out.
Hey, Jack, what happened?
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't.
Jack, it's me.
I don't know you. I don't know you.
Just calm down.
No.
Calm down.
How did I get here? What is this place? I need to go home.
It's me. It's Nate. I'm taking you home.
No, you're lying.
No, I'm
How
not.
did I get here?
Jack, just sit down.
No,
just sit
no,
down.
I gotta get out.
No,
Down.
You gotta
No.
sit
No.
down.
Hands
Please.
off me.
Jack,
Get off me.
you gotta calm down. You're
Help.
gonna hurt yourself.
Help! Somebody!
Jack.
Somebody! Help! Somebody!
Stop it.
Please! Please! You leave me be! You leave me! I want to go home. I remember when I was young. Sometimes I used to think that I was the only person who really existed. That all these other people and faces just came into my world, and when they left, they were gone. There for me. Figments of my everyday. But I couldn't prove it. You get so wrapped up in you and you're there with yourself every day. And you think it's too much. They couldn't all be living their lives too. They don't deserve it. And I sit here, years later, and the people, they stop coming. The characters that come in and out of your everyday stop coming in. And I wonder if I'm being punished for having found them out. Or if I was just wrong. Maybe I'm just a passing face in their lives. And when they don't see me, I just sit there in this waiting room to be seen again. Or maybe I just don't matter enough. Hard to exact. Not being known.
It's so empty. It's not the same anymore. Nothing's the same anymore. I don't know it. I didn't forget it. I just don't know it.
What are we doing out here, Jack?
The trees don't look the same. They used to be greener.
Elise is gone, Jack.
We used to come out here every morning. The water was so cold. That's the same.
She died 11 years ago in a home in Louisville.
I know.
And Hannah?
She used to catch the biggest bluegill. Her little fingers couldn't get around the fish. Her hands were too small to hold it. I used to hold it for her. Take the hook out.
Jack, listen to me.
I remember that still. But there's more. And still more. It's empty. It's spilling out. It's there, but I can't get at it. I keep losing it. In the dark. And I can't know what I'm forgetting. I've never been lonely, Nathan. I've been alone for many years, but I've always had them here with me. And now they're being taken away from me, and I can't stop it. I have these pictures of these people I don't know. Strangers staring at me in my own room. And they're smiling at me, and they're laughing at me, and they got their arms around me, and I don't know them, and I don't want them. I just want my Hannah and my Elise. And I can't fall asleep at night because I'm terrified that I'll wake up and they'll be gone. Every night. I don't deserve them, but I need them.
Jack.
can't make them stay.
I won't remember you tomorrow.
Ah!